Aquaman. Movie. The year was 1985. There is a man on the seashore. He was going regarding his daily routine at the lighthouse. He saves a girl who came from sea. Who is the princess of Atlantis? Basically, Atlantis is a huge city underwater, from which this girl has come. They spend a lot of time together and gradually start liking each other. After some time, they get married. A baby boy is born to them after some time. His name is Arthur. He has the power of speaking to all sea creatures, which means he can talk to all sea creatures. Now we see that Atlantean soldiers come to their house. Their purpose is to take their princess back to Atlantis, because they attack her. So, forcibly she has to leave his family and son, because the soldiers might have killed them if she hadn't acted the same way. To save their life, she goes back with soldiers. Princess trusts one of his special advisor. So, she asks him to train Arthur as a skilled warrior, so that he can learn fighting skills like us. Arthur has grown up now. He is invited to come back to Atlantis. Advisor says, "You're the first son, and you have the potential to become king there." But Arthur refuses to do so, because his mother was killed, just because she loved a human and married him. And I am a half-breed son, born from them. This reason is useless for me. I will never come back to Atlantis. And we see here that some pirates are looting a Russian submarine. And Arthur saves them here. During the fight, the leader of pirates is killed by Arthur. Son of that leader, David, is also present there. When David sees that Arthur, that is Aquaman, killed his father, he plans to seek revenge on him. Now we see another main character whose name is Oarim. He is going to be the king of Atlantis. He is also a stepbrother of Arthur, who lives underwater, which means he lives in Atlantis. Before heading forward, let me differ that Oarim lives underwater and Arthur lives on the ground. Oarim meets different kings who live in different cities near Atlantis, underwater. Oarim says to a king that we should attack the upper surface, land, because they are polluting our sea and spreading pollution. But that king is not in favor to attack habitats of land. But he thinks that if more four kings support Oarim, he'll be entitled as Ocean Master, which means that he'll become commander and his decisions will be accepted. While they are talking, a Russian submarine comes and attacks them. Here, Oarim saves that king, and by seeing this, that king intends to support Oarim. That king has a daughter named Mera, whose marriage is to be fixed with Oarim. But she doesn't want to marry him. She has only a single way to escape. Who is Arthur? She thinks that if Arthur comes here, Oarim won't become king. She journeyed to the upper surface, land, and meets Arthur. She seeks his help and support and demands that he come back in the water. And you're the oldest brother, you get the right of becoming king. But Arthur refuses. After some time, Mera wins his trust, because Oarim sends a huge wave of sea. And here, Mera saves Arthur's father. By seeing this, he starts trusting Mera and comes underwater with her. Arthur meets his teacher, who has taught him fighting techniques. Here, he was that soldier whom his mother trusted the most. They tell him that you have to find trident. It has a lot of power and magic in it. And if someone finds it, he'll become king without asking him. Because without this trident, Oarim will never let you become a king. He is very powerful, even if you claim it after defeating him. He'll never let you win. While they're talking, soldiers of Oarim's soldiers come here and attack them, and Arthur gets captured. Arthur is presented to Oarim captured in chains. Orms blames him that you're the reason of my mother's death. And you're the reason that Queen was hanged to death. Oarim is his brother and says to Arthur that, I am giving you a chance, leave this area for good. And never come back in the water. But Arthur angrily challenges him to fight. They both get into a fight here. Oarim has a higher chance of winning because he is in an aquatic habitat. To defeat Oarim in water is a hard pill to swallow for Arthur. The fight is continued and Arthur is about to die, when Mera comes there and saves Arthur. To find the trident, which they are searching for, they go to the Sahara Desert. The Sahara Desert was a place where trident was made. They find a holographic message there, who indicates that they are supposed to go to Italy. And there they'll find coordinates who will tell the location of trident. Trident is basically like a spear, which has a lot of magical powers. On the other side, we see that Oarim meets David. David is the guy who was the son of that dead pirate. He wants to take revenge on the Aquaman. It's also revealed here that Russian submarine, which attacked the King of Water, was a result of their mutual conspiracy. It was Oarim's plan that David will attack the king and he'll save him. And that king will support him out of sympathy. Oarim gives David latest Atlantean battlesuit that is based on modern technology, which can only be used by aquatic inhabitants. David tests this technology and becomes happy that now he can take revenge by killing Arthur. There Oarim kills another king of Kingdom of Fishermen and compels them to support Oarim, because King of Kingdom of Fishermen has died. So, he forces the queen and princes to fight on the front lines. He asks them to collect an army. We see David here, who transforms a modern technology suite given by Oarim into superhero suit for him. He names it Black Manta. He becomes very powerful after wearing this suit. We see that Arthur and Mera are in Italy to find those coordinates. When David attacks there, David, Black Manta, and Arthur get into a serious fight there. At last, Arthur throws David down the mountains. During the fight, Arthur has gotten injured. Mera treats his wounds and gives him courage. She says that you have to become kind and you can't be so delicate. You have to show courage like a king. They set out in search of trident. During the journey, they face many monsters. And defeating them, they reach the middle of the earth. This is the center of the earth. They both see their mother for the first time there, who was Queen Atlanna, who has sacrificed herself by coming into this trench. Coming to this trench is equal to death. But Queen Atlanna has survived there without any harm to her. And she was surviving here for a long time. Now, Arthur and Mera are also there and they hug each other.